Well, this marks progress of my project for day 2. More ceiling tiles are gone. I've kind of tried to clean up some of this by either pulling it back to where it comes into the room or trying to bundle it up and try to make some sense of it. Unfortunately, I'm at a point now where in order to deal with this mess, I'm going to have to disconnect everything from the patch panel. But I'm not going to be able to do that probably in the near future due to the fact that I don't really want to use that patch panel anymore. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'd like to go to these nice keystone jacks. That way, when I unwire this, I can put a nice keystone jack on the end, have the cables loose, work on managing them without taking stuff down. Not that I'm really using any of this right now. I forget what those cables are doing. I think this one goes to my VR room, and this one should be going to my personal desktop in my office. Had some other stuff that used to be plugged into this panel, but it's not stuff I used regularly. And yeah, a lot of the stuff is just going every which way, which is annoying because this bundle, for some reason, zigzags, even though it comes from the same place as this stuff. And this all is from the old Panasonic analog system, so don't really want to leave it there. I'd love to just make it disappear, but at the same time, I don't know. This system's more than likely non-functional. It's not really worth maintaining. It's so old. The Toshiba system that they were using till they moved out, that seems to work still. I'm not quite sure the layout and everything, how everything's set up yet. So I've found a few jacks that were live when I turned it on. And some of this stuff in the ceiling is the 25 pair. They left some service loops to my surprise, because a lot of this stuff looks like they just pulled it right to the length they needed and cut it. So I don't know what I'll do with that. This one has enough of a service loop where I could probably pin it to the ceiling somehow. Some of this stuff, I don't know where it terminates, like some of these, what I believe are analog cables at least. So unfortunately, I may not get this as cleaned up as I would like. Based on what I've seen, it looks like a lot of this stuff is stuff that they probably pulled in a hurry. Maybe even to fix something that died and they realized that they weren't willing to troubleshoot the mess that they have. At this point, I think my end goal is going to be to clean up this, get this all in keystone, figure out where it goes, and be happy with it. I don't know. I'm going to buy some J-hooks and I'm going to hang a lot of this cabling up on the joists. And as for the insulation, I don't know. The way I have it up there right now isn't probably ideal for its insulation properties, but I hate working with fiberglass insulation, so odds are this is how it's going to stay. Also, I have some LED light fixtures, so I think I'm going to replace this light. Would be really nice if it weren't so expensive is to fill in where this light is, and then on the ends of it get some 2x2 foot PoE lights that I can run off my PoE switch. But I don't remember what I was looking at those for pricing wise. They were a lot more money than I have to spend right now on something that's not really necessary, just more of a amusement convenience factor to it. So yeah, we'll see. I might have more updates in the near future, but I think right now where I sit, it's going to be a waiting game for those keystone jacks that I need to work on some of this networking stuff. I might trace out some of this in the meantime. I know some of these higher numbered ones, when they ran those cables, they were nice enough to label them on the other end of with the number that corresponds with the patch panel. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll have a follow up here in a short period of time, but yeah.